Good morning. Well, harvest has started. I'm behind on my video editing and it's a circus out here. The rusty old bin. She may not be pretty, but she does the job. So it is actually pretty early in the morning. Generally it would be too early for us to start harvesting because it'd be a bit wet and dewy in the mornings, but it's a fairly warm day today. We've got a B double truck coming in a minute. He's going to take away about 45 tonnes, so everything, the bin, the header, it's all plumb full at the moment. So he'll take all of that, and then I might need to go back and harvest a bit more for him. So I'm just sitting here steady waiting for the truck at the moment, but we'll load him up in a second, then maybe we might get straight into it because it's supposed to be very windy today and very warm, and if it's like that then yeah, we'll probably have to pull up during the day because we don't want to start a fire. So here comes the rig, the rig, the rig, the rig. Alrighty, well, the going is good, so let's go get it. I want to start by apologising because harvest came along yesterday in a real hurry. We sort of weren't expecting to get as far as we did. We were sort of thinking we might get out and have a bit of a go and just see how everything's looking, and then we probably ended up harvesting about, I don't know, 30 hectares. That's about 75 acres, so we made some tracks. We've gotten rid of about 130 tonne so far out of this paddock, so the yield's probably sitting at around about 4 tonne per hectare, so probably, yeah, probably about really where we thought it would be. I was hoping that we might be pushing up closer to 5, but that's what a bit of a dry spell will do for you in the the middle of September, so, but all in all, very, very handy crops, so we cannot complain. That truck that you saw at the start of the video, that is not our truck. We actually just get contractors in to cart all of our grain. Just going back a few years when Dad was just farming on his own, basically, before I was around. Yeah, it was too hard for him to employ someone and keep up a truck and all that sort of stuff for harvest. We'll keep a truck well maintained and all that sort of thing, so it's just easier for him to get somebody in to cart it for us. So we still just run that way. Maybe one day in the future soon we'll get our own truck, we'll get a decent roadworthy truck. We do just have our old Merc there. We just tend to cart a bit of grain back, like a bit of on-farm work for that old girl, so she's in retirement basically. But we just, like I said, we just use that to cart back grain back to the shed there for storage, like mainly barley. Try and sell a bit of our barley off farm, saves us a bit of freight cost, and we generally don't have huge acres of barley either, so just a good way for us to put a little bit more power back in our own pocket, I guess. So, but yeah, as I was saying earlier, it is due to be about 35-36 degrees today, and about 40 km/h winds from the north. So we're going to have hot northerly winds. That means there's a very good chance that harvest will come to a grinding halt in a couple of hours when it warms up, because the fire danger is just way too big. Once we get those sort of winds, if we light a fire, there will be no stopping it. So these machines, they're amazing machines, but they are very capable of lighting a fire, and when we're talking about high temperatures and high wind, the two are not a very good combination. So any sign of severe to strong winds, we just pull up for the day, because it's absolutely not worth lighting a fire and burning down the whole town down the road there. So I've probably only got about an hour left in here, maybe like, I don't know, 5 to 10 hectares, something like that, 25 acres, so I'm just going to try and rip through that this morning. That way, first paddock of the year is off, it is in the silo, happy days. I've got a couple of other paddocks up here to my north, so we might get in there and have a taste of them and just see what the moisture's running. I know the lower paddock the other day was about 14+% moisture, so that's too high. We really need the moisture to be down at 13 or 13.5%, because if the silo are going to accept it, it has to be that low. If the moisture's too high, the grain doesn't store well and they're not interested in it. So finishing. First paddock of barley in the books for 2020. You beauty. Just running a manual moisture test on this grain from this lower paddock over here. I think it's too green, too much moisture. It says 9.3%, so by all rights that should go. How'd that get there? How'd that get there, Henry? Someone was being a little bit greedy, I think. Always average 3 tests, that's what it tells me. Oh, 9.1%. Let's try one more for good luck. .4. You probably can't even see that. I don't know why I'm showing you. I don't know. It smells like I'm mowing a lawn in there. So I was surprised. I'd be surprised if it would go. But what I'm getting told is it will. So I actually just took a bucket full of grain as well. We might take that to the silo and just get a confirmation on what the moisture is, because there seems to be plenty of green stuff like that in there, which concerns me. So it doesn't feel too wet when you stick your hand in, all wet and sticky, so yeah, we'll see. But at least I joined the cab Barley club. So I've been a little bit preoccupied today. I've just been sitting the camera down a little bit. This paddock, we ended up getting the moisture tested. Looks like it's going to go. The straw is a little bit green, so we're about to have the first load delivered out of here now. We're hoping that it goes, because that's going to be a bit of a problem if it goes to the silo and it gets rejected. So fingers crossed with that one, but we're sailing along pretty smoothly. Things are going pretty well, and yeah, we're just going to keep chipping away here. The weather's held out for us so far. The wind, it's bad enough at the moment, but yeah, it's kind of not quite bad enough for us to stop, so we're just going to keep on keeping on, man. Get this bloody 2020 barley off, into the silo, into the bank. Got a bit of possible rain coming on the weekend, so we want to try and make the most of this now. We've got a run of low to mid 30s days, so we just, like I said, we need to make the most of this time right now, get as much of this off as we can. I think we're going to run into a problem where we're going to get these couple of paddocks of barley off here, and then we're going to have some green stuff over the road there that might not go, so not ideal if it gets a bit of rain on it, but yeah, it's not looking like too much at the moment, so not too much rain on the forecast, so fingers crossed with that one too. Man, I gotta stop, I need the bathroom. Oh man. Alright, where's a good spot to go? This looks good. Unloading. Very bright. Starting up. Snacking. Oh man, are we gonna make it? Oh dear. Oh, I can't see any sunlight there. This barley keeps getting thicker and thicker. I think I'm gonna have to pull out. I'm gonna chicken out. No more cap barley. No more cap barley. Looks like my final truck of the day is here. Man, this barley is looking mighty fine. Well, finish off this load, dump off into that truck, and then I reckon it's time to call it a day. We are flying along at the moment, absolutely flying, so and that's all she wrote, folks. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.